Okay, language evaluation. This is very difficult to do. So I'll be going through the entire evening and share with you some of the great uses of the language and some which I think could be improved or have an alternate use. So, encourage more females to be more beautiful. Encourage more women. Because females like some animals, you know, so encourage more women. Working overseas is an unforgettable and great experience, no matter how good or bad the experience is. I'm missing the is. And you repeated the experience, so if you want to rephrase this, working overseas is a great experience, no matter how good or bad. Done. I was really uneasy. I was feeling really uneasy. I think unease is not emotion. So I walked to the bar and held a cup of orange juice. You go to the bar, you usually pick up a cup of orange juice. You don't go and hold a cup of orange juice. The small table became a battleground. It's great use. Battleground, you can actually envision how that is like. Wonderful use. There are rounds and rounds of shots in the battleground. Also very good use of rounds and rounds. The competition goes. I never knew someone who puked like that. The use of puke has great imagery for a story and adds a lot of colors to that. And it was not like a small fountain, but like an erupting volcano. Wonderful use of metaphors that really colored the entire scene. And I think that's going to stay with you for the rest of the time that you're here. And lastly, wonderful use of her ending message. It's very strong finish. If you want to have a drink with me, Taiwan beer, yes. Other than that, no way. So it really echoes what you had talked about throughout the speech. So great use of language there. Sonia, 每一分钟，对，很陌生，但是又跟大家息息相关，这是很好的差异，所以这样子用是非常好。然后傻瓜电极器，这个因为大家都不知道什么是 AED， 所以你用一个非常简单的字来让大家知道说这是什么东西，所以是很好的让大家知道说这好难哦，拉近一点距离。Alfred, Asia is growing. Why not build a center in Asia? Oh, that was just a note. If you want to build a research center, you need someone who knows from top to bottom. I think that's a very shortened version. You need someone who knows the entire industry process from the top to bottom. And then, if a mother buy and a daughter wear, another very shortened phrase. It's when a mother buys a shirt and it shrinks and it fits only the daughter, that's not very good. So I think you need to explain what you're talking about. And I think when you're saying that I carry the big lot, you're talking about the fact that you have to build a research center. I think it might have been better if you say, I have to bear the burden of responsibility. The pressure is all on me, and not just I bear the big lot. And I think you mentioned that the numbers in Europe and US is dropping. You probably meant declining versus dropping. And a lot of people, you said a lot of people wanted to play a helping hand. It's a wonderful phrase, but usually I think if we say want to lend a helping hand might be a better use. For Liz, mentorship, like feedback, is a gift. I think the use of gift is very wonderful because it's something you give someone, very physical, and because mentorship is so virtual and so imaginary that you actually use a metaphor here. And you had mentioned many stats and said, oh, so-and-so has something growth due to mentorship program. I think when you say due to, it's usually more negative. So they had a certain increase thanks to mentorship program. I think might be more appropriate. And I love when you say own your growth because that just gives a lot of sense of owning it yourself. And I think it's very useful with the verb. Not sure. Oh, and also the mentor is not a fairy godmother. Very wonderful characteristic. Take initiative. To reap the benefit. I think reaping the benefit, it has a very physical image, so it adds a lot of color to the speech. And we all have blind spots, great use of blind spots, and I'm a recovering perfectionist. it's a very, I think that's a very beautiful, well, it's funny, it's a paradoxical description of who you are. I think that's all I have, but there were, let me see my notes. Oh, just a few of the things that I mentioned that I've noticed. Victoria 有一个又肥又圆又可爱的圣诞老公公，在天空飞过，到处撒礼物。我觉得用那个撒这个字是让大家非常有画面的，感觉在撒东西。And lastly, I think we had a lot of people using humor, lots of humor, but humorous. Thank you.